We need to shuffle along.
Which way? You're going that way, yeah.
Professional! They are live as well.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Top Table Live episode 11. We are getting through these now. Not quite as many episodes as the man sat next to me, which is the impromptu Andy Burdiss. Say hello, mate.
Good evening. Hello.
Is actually... Oh, no.
There we go.
It's...
Mute ourselves, that's it.
There we go. It's actually happened a little by accident, but Andy is here.
Yes.
Very impromptu, but perfect because of the topic tonight, which is the Top Table Gaming Weekender. And we're, of course, joined by the one, the only, Slim J himself, Top Table Ben.
Woo!
Hello. So we are here to chat about the usual absolute nonsense. You're probably going to try and trick me into swearing again. And we're going to chat about the Top Table Legacy Weekender because it is the... It's all going wrong tonight. It is the single best event that you've never been to, and we're going to spend an hour and a half telling you why. Isn't that right?
Definitely.
Cool. So let's have a look who is in tonight then. We have got, when I fix all the tech issues. So you've probably noticed Steve usually does this stuff, and Steve was going to be on tonight with Ben, but he has been stuck at home, so he's left it to me. He has. So do you want to say hello to everyone, Ben?
Hello. So in tonight we've got Glenn. Hi, Glenn. We've got Matthew Prescott, Daniel Meadows, and Gareth Bowler. So some of the regulars in there.
Some of the regular faces. Good evening, all. Daniel Meadows, of course, is involved with the Top Table Legacy Weekend, and we will get to that at some point.
We will do, yeah. So thank you for being in, Dan, and I'm sure he's in there. He'll be able to. So on standby for any walking dead info. So yes,
he's got us covered. So we're going to chat about the Top Table Game Weekender, but while we're letting everyone get in and say hello, and make sure you do say hello, why don't we chat about hobby this week?
Yeah.
You been up to anything?
Done a little bit.
You released your first Top Table video this week.
I did, yeah. So last week I unboxed the Basileans, which are going to be my faction for Vanguard.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, I've based them and primed them, and they are ready for painting. Started blocking in some of the silver bits, but not got that far through them yet. But this weekend, hopefully, get a little bit more done on them.
Nice one.
Hopefully there'll be some progress videos over the next week or so.
Good. We look forward to seeing that on the channel. As I'm sure everyone. What about you, mate? What video? We're probably better asking you what videos have you made this week, because
this week
Andy is a machine who puts out 5 videos a week. I'm sure you're all subscribed. If you're not, get over to Black Legacy. Great group.
So what have I been doing this week? So I was up till midnight last night.
Nice.
Painting one of the orcs from Shadespire, or the orcs from Shadespire.
Oh, very cool.
Because that's this Friday's painting video. So what I've done is I've used some of the techniques that I've shown in other weeks' painting videos to show how you can adapt them to paint something different. So things like the green skin for the orc, the yellow armour, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's Friday's video. And then last night I had was my Pandemic Legacy review. So you're into board gaming.
Yeah.
So I tried to do a bit of a different review because it's not a game you want to spoil. Because the whole point of it is the story develops and things change as the game goes on. So I tried to do it a bit more of a sort of telling a story about how it's changed my gaming experiences.
Yeah.
So
I've always wanted to play Pandemic Legacy. You rip up the cards and stuff.
You do,
don't
yeah.
you?
So there's a legacy deck in there that basically tells like don't like read any further. Wait until you finish this game.
Yeah.
And then basically you go through and you tear up rules, you tear up cards.
Oh, I love that.
That's really cool, that, isn't it?
Once you finish the game, that's it. You can't go back and play it again.
So you get one playthrough of the box.
But you play through it for 12 months. So there's 12 months in the game. So each game is a month.
So you get 12 gaming sessions out of it.
Unless you lose, and then you get to replay that month again. So if you win every game, you get 12 games. If you lose every game, you get to play 24 games.
Got you.
But every month, like every playthrough, the rules keep changing, and there's new things get added. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That sounds good. Got to say as well, your painting videos are wicked.
Yeah.
You did the Imperial Fists. That was
Yes.
good. The Gene Stealers were nuts. How you were bashing them out. That's so cool.
It's kind of funny because I'm always my painting's not like I'm not going to win any awards with my painting, but I've kind of over time found little tricks and ways to speed things up and sort of trick the eye into making you think you've spent more time than you actually have. So
is some of that, because touching on personal experiences, some of that motivated from the channel and getting things right? Because I definitely think I don't get better at painting anymore, but I get faster. So don't laugh. But I get faster so I can get stuff on the table for the channel.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah. So trying to get stuff ready for playthroughs, for demos, for review videos, I just find that I just don't have the time to paint to a really good standard. So I paint to a standard that looks good on camera.
Of course.
So,
No,
so from a distance, if you get close up, you'll go, not great, but yeah. But you put it on the table,
and it looks good, right?
it looks great, yeah.
Yeah, don't get close to any of that stuff. It's garbage.
I
But
was
come
looking-
here, it looks like
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's alright. Yeah, don't go close. Stay here. But no, what have I done hobby-wise? I have been AOS crazy, which has kind of been a theme for about a month. I have sidetracked from the goblins a little bit.
Have you?
I
How many did you get through?
got 80 odd painted in a couple of weeks, and I made the fatal mistake. Right, I painted all the cool stuff pretty early. I painted 20 goblins, right, and then I was like, I'm gonna do a cool thing as a treat. But then I did all the cool things, right? And the problem with that
what
is,
the cool things? What?
like big mangler squigs.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like goblins riding squigs, the fanatics, really classic models. Did 10 of them. Did 20 of the Boing Rock bouncers, or Boingy bouncers as I call them, which is just like the new squig knights.
Yeah.
Did them, like smashed it all up. Did the endless spells, the big terrain piece, and then I was like, oh crap! I got carried away with the good stuff, and now legitimately to get it ready for South Coast next month, I've just got to do 100 goblins.
So you got 20. You got 20 left.
Just
20 what left?
20. Is it gross?
I've got 100 left to paint.
100 left.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
right.
no cool stuff to
Oh.
break it up. I've done 60.
I thought you
I've
said
done-
that you'd done 80 of them then.
No, I've done 60.
Right,
I need
okay.
160 for my list. It's hard. It's goblins, man. So now I've literally got to just do 100 goblins.
now you know why I went with Beast Club Raiders when
Yeah,
I started.
I've got 6 models.
10 models, thinking of-
Well, I must admit, when I look at armies now, I do think, what is the lowest model count I can
Yeah.
possibly get?
So in really good J logic, 'cause I'm an idiot, instead of going like, let's just have a break, do something else, and come out, I'm like, I'll do another AOS army alongside it. And then you're doing a 200 model horde, right? You'd pick a Beast Claw, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Nope. Flesh Eater Courts need 200 ghouls and characters. I love horde armies. I did it with SPG. I was like Lake Town, Goblin Town. So I actually just sat and built 100 ghouls to give myself a break from painting 100 goblins.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I love AOS, but they are big old
I'm
armies.
gonna be asking for daily updates from you to make sure you get it done.
You can ask.
He's
Been
gonna
pestering
He's
you.
just going to give up sleeping between now and then.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I actually tried a new game today, and every time I sit on this stream, I'm like, here's the games I'm going to play for the channel. I may have tried a game that I like, and I may
Yeah.
have bought some toys today. I tried Bushido.
That's not like you.
I
Awesome.
know, right? But not only did I try Bushido, I got a bit of a sneak peek at the new edition of Bushido,
Even better.
which is coming out this year. I believe you can download a version of the rules and the cards now to try it yourself, but I got to try the new edition of Bushido. It was good fun. Like
Excellent.
Chris and Top Table Lee, before he was Top Table, he used to play it on my old channel GBI a lot. In fact, Chris kind of had a break from Guild Ball and he played a bit of
Yeah,
Bushido. Have you ever
like
tried
that.
it?
I haven't. No, it's one of those games that I've always kind of been aware of. It's been around. I remember seeing it at, I think it might have been Salute a few years ago, UK Games Expo when it first came out. But it's played on a 2x2 board, which kind of really made it stand out at the time. It was a time when skirmish games weren't as kind of as many as they are now. So yeah, it's something I've kind of had an eye on. But second edition coming out, it's always a good chance to jump in if you've never played before.
Yeah, 6 to 8 models, really cool setting. The models are actually really, some of them are a bit
Nice.
dated, but some of them are real tasty. So I reckon.
Will they have like new models coming out with the new edition?
Yeah, so the game still gets monthly releases. Like the factions are, even though you play like 8 to 9 is actually a little more on the hoardy side because it's on a 2v2. It's not
Yeah.
huge numbers. But like some of the factions have got 30 models, and they're all characters of sort. There are really low costing ones which are like you ones, but they're all individual characters.
Excellent.
So there's actually quite a big selection, and there's about 10 factions.
Right,
that
okay.
I went rummaging around the element shelves for an hour today when I was working.
Did they remind you of anything, of any other game that you've played? Like, would you say if you like this game, it might be a game that you try?
Yeah, it's got kind of like 2 levels of resource management, so that was a bit like, it felt like Guild Ball to me. You have, every model gets 2 action points,
Right.
and some actions cost 1, some cost 2.
Okay.
It's alternate activation, but if you spend 1 action point, you can reactivate that character to spend his second. So every model can activate twice depending on what you do.
Right.
So every model starts with 2 action points, and then you can either spend both of those in 1 activation or spend them in 2, which is really good. And you can, like, very similar to Vanguard, you can over fatigue your models to get more done, like, and then you're going to take a penalty for that next turn. And then you have a secondary resource which they call Key, which for your Guild Ball players is like Momentum, which is something each character builds up and you can spend for special abilities and triggers and stuff. And it's a lot of miniatures games are the same. You have like traits, and each character has a couple of special rules. But it was nice fun, and we played like it's kind of half. It was a demo game, so it was about half a full game. We played it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was nice, because it's why I look at stuff like Shadespire. You can just play in 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and you can actually get
I think that's part of the problem with some games, especially when you've got sort of higher model counts. If the games just tend to, and you know, we've talked about it this evening already. Like when you've got limited time to be playing and things, actually you want to be able to get 2, 3, 4 games in, rather than just one kind of big game, if that makes sense.
Even the rules, though, once you start getting games with lots of models, you've got to pull back on the rules, because otherwise it just bogs down.
Yeah.
So it's actually nice to play a low model count with a bit more interaction and a bit more kind of layers to it.
I'll tell you one thing that's killed me recently as well, we're getting back into AOS. Oh man, so when I went to Warhammer World, it was like, cool, day 1 started at 9 AM, it finished at 9 PM, and it was 3 games, the 3-hour rounds, and like you can play, I played to time in 2 out of 3 of them.
I'd be knackered.
It's literally a 3-hour round break, 3-hour round break, 3-hour round, and you just like, the third game of anything in a day and I'm done. Like, my game 3 opponent, probably not watching, but I'd apologise if he was. I was just like, on my bed, and like afterwards, like, we're going for beers, I'm like, I'm going back to the Airbnb. I'm knackered, no. Anyway,
Yes.
I waffle, and Steve's probably tormenting me for that because he thinks I talk too much. Let's have a look at the comments. So, we've said hello. He's in Top Table Gaming. Joe Holtzman and Nick Moore say hi and good evening. Hello, friends. Nick Moore's Kill Team board for the Weekender is looking nuts. He's got more LEDs than a Kiss concert. He spent a weekend in here last week and just gluing them in with like epoxy. It looks mega. I can't wait for everyone to see.
That sounds awesome.
But Steve says, en route, boys. Great start cutting Ben out. Well,
Oh, so he's coming.
he's probably going to rock up something. And he says one job because I probably fudged 3 or 4 things up. Don't mind. Matt Mountain is in. What's happening, guys? Hey, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Good to have you in, as always, my
Did
friend.
you see the bust that Matt painted over the
At the
weekend?
painting course,
Yeah, that
It
was
was,
wicked.
it was
that.
all like dry brush and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Fantastic, yeah. It really made me look and think, I quite fancy a painting course, actually.
Yeah,
Well, you comment. We can
Yeah,
chat.
I was asking where it was and stuff, and I
Yeah.
really fancy trying to do something. Because like we've just seen before, I tend to do a lot of stuff purely for speed.
Yeah.
I can kind of paint decent, but it takes me forever. It would be quite nice to learn
To
some
be
new
forced to
skills,
slow down
and
and
forced
try
to
it,
slow
right.
down and try something different.
Yeah, I was watching the Siege Studios one here, and they do a couple of things over the weekend, and you do a bit of a model, and then he teaches you how to paint a power sword and all the effects, for like the phasing colours around it and stuff. And then they do a rhino door, and you learn all the different like weathering and rust and like metallic
cool.
techniques and like the
stuff that you can
stuff,
apply to.
Yeah, and you don't paint a full model, but he brings bits of loads of different models, and you leave with these 3 things that look amazing. That actually, it's actually got about 10 different techniques on it.
It's funny,
and it was really cool to see people doing it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because we were just saying before, I've got a WhatsApp group with the local guys from my local gaming club, and one of them had been, because he was showing loads of pictures during the weekend of painting little rhino doors and stuff, and I never put 2 and 2 together. That's what
That'd be that one.
Yeah.
Nick Moore does a lot of paint. He does a lot of the Cult of Paint ones that we run here. They're pretty good as well. Nick, do you paint like busts and stuff on the Cult of Paint ones? Do let us know. But anyway, Steve trolls us. Matt said hello. Matthew Prescott, only quick visit tonight, guys, as I have a games evening. Cool. Enjoy, mate. Hope you have fun.
Nice
Roll
one.
lots of 6s, and if you need to, just cheat. That is fine. Josh Triffett is in. He says, "Hey guys, how are we all?" We're pretty
Hi,
good,
Josh.
man.
Good, thanks.
All right. Malkavian, Michael Adstead is in. He's coming to the Weekender.
He is, he's a mate.
He's a good man, and he
He's a
says,
legend.
"Hey fellas, he is. We played a game of WoW West Exodus about a week and a half ago, and because obviously Matt Woods was my regular player, he's gone travelling, the selfish guy.
Did he take you with him?
So is he watching now? Like,
Probably. If he is, I'm going to get a message. I'm lucky I dropped my phone on the floor. Me and Michael got a game, and it was wicked fun. I love that game.
Nice one.
Eric Schull says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Eric.
Evening,
Thank
Eric.
you for tuning in. Do you want to carry on?"
Top Tail Gaming, I'm guessing that this is Steve.
It's Steve,
because
isn't
it's
it?
in the Jane painting stuff for the channel, he says. Where is it?
So, oh my friend.
He'll bring it in tomorrow.
I am actually 2 behind on my hobby vlogs. Like
Yeah.
I've got clips for both, and they just need intros and outros, so I'm gonna get them done in the next week. I
Excellent.
promised
Looking
that
forward to
2
seeing
weeks
them.
ago as well, but
Looking
we will
forward
get
to
them
seeing
done.
them.
Yeah, I know.
James Gray, hi buddy. Says hello off tonight, so you can tune in.
James
Excellent.
is a legend, but he usually works, so we can never watch. So it's good to have you in, buddy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good to have you in.
Glenn Sewer, hey Glenn, don't forget to mention Lee. He's missing too. Yeah, he's been in this evening. We've had a bit of a chat with Lee.
Yes, he's always in our hearts. We never forget.
Yeah, never forget Lee.
He's on chef duty tonight, isn't he?
He is.
He's off to cook the tea.
He was.
Yeah, under the thumb. We got Tom Jennings. Cheers to the board today, Jay. So if you have a look, is it on Facebook?
It's
and
on the
Instagram.
Yeah, it's on the Element Games Northwest Gaming Centre Facebook group. Tom Jennings and Mark Furness, lovely SBG players, are in today. So Steve's going to shout. I let them use the Lake Town board. I brought it through to the gaming centre because it gave me an opportunity to get some cool social media snaps for Element.
I've inspected it. It's looking complete.
And do you know what the best thing is? Mark Furness smashed him twice. Sorry, Tom, you're getting shamed on camera, my friend. Because he had 600 points, right? Listen to this. Birdo, 2 trolls, Gulliver, and the Witch King. No, I know we're talking like French right now. Sorry.
That's right, yeah.
But like at 600
like,
points, that's grim.
Yeah, it's low mobs. But then Mark had elves, didn't he? But then again, they're all higher five.
Mark had like Elrond Gilgalad.
Yeah.
Gilgalad messed up Birdo in a turn. It was glorious. But anyway, you're welcome, mate. Good to see you been playing some Middle-earth today, buddy.
Cool. He said we'll get some Underworld in soon for sure.
Yeah, we'll chat about that
Get
today.
on it, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, he's game.
I'm up for that. But Seymour,
Did you just say get on it, Ben? Are you referring to yourself in the third person?
He said get on it, Ben.
Okay, I'm sure.
Not me.
This channel stuff's going to his head.
It is, yeah. Referring to myself in the third person. Glenn says Andy's GW Burnout stream on Monday was great watch.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Much appreciated.
Andy's stream are always a great watch. The what inspired us to do these? That's why we did it.
Humbled.
Yep.
Debbie says Jesus Christ, 3-hour rounds can barely handle the 2-hour rounds of Middle Earth, and most of the time I finish early.
Mate, it was rough, man.
Yeah. I like some Middle Earth tournaments. You have 4 games in a day as well, don't you? Like, it's
The one that I
grim by
took
the end.
Smaug to nearly
Yeah.
broke me because every game goes to time because they just stun
keep,
him and
keep trying to chip away at you. And he says, I'm regretting going with finish early. Yeah, I did have a little chuckle to myself then, but I thought I'd be professional.
We're trying to get at least 20 minutes in before we start dropping that stuff.
Green Tree, now then lads, sorry I'm late.
Good evening, my friend.
Hello.
I was a bit worried we didn't send out the search party, but now you're here, I can rest.
Yeah.
Have you seen Green Tree has a YouTube channel?
No.
Green Tree has basically every United Cutlery, I think they're called, Middle-earth sword ever made.
Really?
He did a video on it, and I've never been more jealous.
Who's Green Tree? Do I know Green Tree?
No, he doesn't have Facebook, even though I
Right.
keep telling him to get it so he can get in a community group. But he's a lovely man who always watches the live stream, and he has got a collection of Middle-earth swords that is badass. And I would end up in A&E because I'd be a child and hurt myself. But I would have 20 minutes of great fun. And there's probably a hashtag in there. Anyway.
Hashtag finish early.
Yeah.
Matthew Prescott, see you all later. Have a great stream, guys. See you later, buddy.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Nick Moore, they do loads of different courses. Army painting, brush skills, busts. That sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Also
I
have
need 2 more bits printed off for you, Joe.
So we have managed to swag ourselves. Have you seen the RM Studios terrain that's on Kickstarter right now?
Yeah.
We've managed to get a set of the files.
Nice.
And Nick, being a maestro that he is, has a 3D printer. So he's printing them, and we're going to get them painted up for the gaming centre and to show off on YouTube. So we've got a set. It's quite cool.
Nice
good.
Yeah.
Brian F90, evening, gents.
Good evening, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Tom Jennings, first time Jay's called me lovely.
And the last.
Just keep this video and you can repeat it back to yourself. Brian McGonigal, evening. How many guys we got lined up for the Wild West Exodus event?
Good evening, my friend. We will get to that. Which we don't know right now.
And Glenn Seymour, hashtag 20-minute sword fight.
I would take that. You could drop the 0 to be honest. So we are going to talk this weekend about the Top Table Legacy Weekender. But while we waffle on for a little bit, feel free to let us know what you've been up to in hobby, and then when we've talked for a bit, we can talk about the Weekender. So, Top Table Legacy Weekender. It is an event with a twist, right?
It is.
It is on the 22nd and 24th of March, so it's just under 4 weeks away. It is getting scarily close, my friend. And it is an event that is going to be community focused, right?
Yes.
That is the biggest point here. So we met, I think we chatted briefly before, but we met at Clash of Kings last year.
Yeah.
And we were both chatting about kind of the driving force behind our channels and why we do this stuff is community and the amazing people in the stream who we've met since we started doing this. Same for you. And we were like,
and the fun side of it,
yeah,
rather
and the
than
thing
it
is,
being the
Exactly, right?
We got on about being at a tournament, and the best part of it being the Saturday night and the daft games you play and the kind of the social
interesting
stuff.
Yeah, because you were there, me and Steve were there.
Yeah.
You popped in. Lee was there. It's written in the stars. Who knew? But none of us were playing.
No.
We were there to hang out,
Yeah.
and it kind of spawned a bit of an epiphany, didn't it? And it's
Yeah.
like the best part of an event is a Saturday night. Like the war stories from your games are great, right? But it's like who got too drunk? We had a laugh. The new friends you made. Like you have a giggle.
Time to catch up.
Yeah, we played Jungle Speed and I nearly weed myself a laugh at that. That game is badass. That's getting its own event of the weekender. And we kind of realised, well, why don't we make that the whole event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just have a weekend of bringing communities together,
Yeah.
and there will be things going on, but let's put the focus on playing new people, meeting new people, having a bit of fun,
Yeah.
and
Playing
really,
games you've not played before.
yeah, and also like I wouldn't say like in a vain way, but it gives like me, Steve, you, and yourself an opportunity to meet the people who watch our content, who like
Yeah.
it's faces to names, right? And we can actually chat to them in person. Oh, Steve's just walked
Here
in.
he is.
Where'd you get the chair from?
Broke them all.
That's all right. But no, it gives us the opportunity to actually meet the people, and we all get to
Yes.
come together. And the stuff we do for an hour a week on the live stream, we actually get to do in person, and we get to hang out. Are you squeezing in?
Of course he
Are
is.
you gonna?
He's squeezing.
I always
in.
squeeze
Come
in
on, hurry up. Sorry. Get out of there. That's
Give me a minute.
Andy's.
Let me sort this camera out for you.
Hang on. We're going to take a little interlude. Please make a cup of tea.
It all goes to pot now. Oh.
It's like magic across the board.
Steve's here now.
Oh.
There we go. There's room on the other side of bed now.
There's room on the broom.
Shall I scoot up a little bit so you can park on the end
Pop him
there?
on the end.
All right.
Mr. Late Boy.
Well, you know, some of us have got to work, pay taxes.
Uh,
You can't do both of those things.
So, if you'd like a video with professionalism, head to Blackjack Legacy. If you're happy slumming it, stay here. Come on in, Steve. Everybody welcome Steve.
Whee!
Hey! Right
Good
next
morning,
to his
everyone.
mugshot as
Professionals
well.
here. How are we doing, guys?
We're all good.
Hello.
Group hug.
So where were we?
Yes,
While he's
so
paddling.
yes, so it's social weekend aimed at getting everybody together, having fun, getting a chance to play some games that maybe you don't own and you want to give it a try to,
Yeah.
demoing games, maybe getting into an event that's a bit more casual than sort of really kind of really heavily tournament focused.
Yeah.
But basically just hanging out with a load of nerds for the weekend.
And we've got an absolute ton of stuff going
Yeah.
on. So we've got the whole of the Element Games Gaming Centre, which is a big old space, fully kitted out for everything we want to do. And in terms of game systems, Steve, why don't you fill everyone in on what game systems we're rolling out? on the
SPG.
weekend? SPG.
Standard, Middle Earth.
So there's going to be a 550 point, really themey, custom board SPG event running. That one will run across both days. Worth noting before we get into the systems, everything is built to finish quite early in the day,
Yeah.
because we don't want you to lose your day to a tournament or event or whatever. We want you to then have like afternoon, evening to come and hang out and do all the other stuff we're putting on.
Yeah.
So we've got SPG,
Kill team.
Kill Team. Sam Page is heading up a Kill Team event. I'm sure we've got Nick Moore's beautiful board for Kill Team as well.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Tell us about the Walking
so,
Dead, Andy.
Dan Meadows in the chat there. Dan is not only is he an awesome guy, he is also a member of the rules committee as well at Mantic
Yes, he is.
for The Walking Dead. And he, with a little bit of help from some other guys, are running a one-day Walking Dead event on the Sunday. Again, it's going to be really sort of beginner friendly. If you've never played before, you can almost dive into it and just sort of learn to play while you play in the event. And then I might be contradicting myself here, but we definitely when Dan and I chatted about it, the idea is that in the last game of the I think we're going to have 3 games over the day. The last game we're going to play a 4-player game.
Nice.
Cool.
So for example, if we've got 8 people playing, the top 4 will play it,
Yeah.
the bottom 4 will play, and it just kind of gets you mixing with a few more people. So you don't really know what you're doing. Somebody will help you out.
That's us.
Excited. Yeah. And rest assured as well,
That sounds wicked. Yeah.
outside of the little structured event, there'll be demos and stuff of The Walking Dead going
Yes.
on. Great little game. And I had a chat with Dan today because we were chatting about meeting up for a game. The rules pack for that is going to be with you by this weekend.
Yeah.
So you can check that out and make sure you get there. So that's The Walking Dead. We've also got a new edition, which I've not told either of you about.
Oh.
So we've got you've seen me banging on about it since the cows come on, but
Seen
a
you banging
lot, a lot of local players have been asking for events for a certain game system we were contemplating doing and didn't know. But we've had about 6 or 8 people today say, we're coming, can we do Song of Ice and Fire?
Right.
So Brian McGonigal will be keen on that as well.
Excellent.
So there's going to be some Song of Ice and Fire, and every game we mention, outside of any little structured thing, all newbie friendly.
Yeah.
And outside of the times it's running, there's probably demos going on.
Yeah.
We've got stuff painted in here, usable. You can rock up and try all these games. It's going to be wicked.
Nice.
We've got a bit of Song of Ice and Fire, and then we've also got Wowest Exodus.
Wow, it's Exodus.
Pew Pew Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's cool, wasn't it? So we're going to be
Is there another? We're missing another one.
We've got Vanguard as well.
Vanguard.
Vanguard, headed up by the one and the only
Top Table Lee.
Top Table Lee.
Yeah. So Lee's
We've
also
got a cardboard cut out.
I know, right? I should.
Oh, green screened it.
Yeah. So Lee's also one of Mantic's Pathfinders as well. So he is running the Vanguard event on the Saturday. So if you're into Mantic games, there'll be a Vanguard Saturday and a Walking Dead Sunday, so don't overlap and you can take part in both.
Yeah.
But then obviously everything else as well is in amongst that too.
And the absolute beauty is we've got 6 game systems that our channels are kind of not famous for, but they're definitely games that we kind of champion on our channels.
Yeah, we have.
So we kind of think they're the best ones aimed at our kind of audiences,
It's
right?
a nice mix as well.
Yeah.
Nice mix.
But outside of that, there is an absolute ton of other stuff going on. So we're going to really be pushing casual gaming. We're going to have a big ass raffle at the event. And worth noting, just to really push the community aspect, you play a casual game, you get a free raffle ticket.
Yeah.
If you play someone you've never played or met before, you get more free raffle tickets.
That's right.
Everyone should go on with some swag, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be one of the many ways we enable them. So we're going to really push casual play. We're all going to be playing games all weekend. We'll be hanging out, ready to roll some dice. There's also like board game libraries on site, so you can grab a board game, a couple of evening, getting a lot of multiplayer stuff going. Could be really fun. What else have we got going on,
I
guys?
just remembered as well, one thing we didn't mention was we've got the Drowned Earth.
Yes.
We didn't mention that. So yeah, you can. James has actually just sent me a beautiful graphic, which you'll find in our groups after this. We are going to be the first, I believe, run through of the narrative system that he's designed for the Drowned Earth. So, Drowned Earth, we all love James Baldwin, we've known him from SPG days, and then the Drowned Earth. He's designed a narrative playthrough system for one day of the Weekender, which is going to be premiered here. You can come, there's going to be models for you to use, and it will slow grow you from like demo sized army and stuff through into full points, so you can fully learn the game. James is going to be here hanging out, and on the other day he's going to be rocking demos and he's bringing his boards and stuff. It's going to be wicked.
It's going to be cool. I've not seen James for a long time.
It's been a while, hasn't it? He's a busy bee now. He's off making games and being famous. He's a stressed bee. But no, and we've got like board game libraries. We've got a raffle. We're going to be doing a quiz.
Yes, we
I
have.
started working on that the other day.
I was just about to say we need to start working on that.
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
Is it going to be like a quiz, like a general knowledge quiz? Is it going to be about gaming?
Bit
Is
of
it going
everything.
to be...
I've been doing the Photoshop round at the moment, and I might keep that as a surprise. I've been getting funny with Photoshop, but we're going to have some. We're going to do. I've been getting funny with
so many things. I just can't say them on camera.
I know,
I'm like,
so
it's
the
like that meme with that guy, you know, the veins sticking out.
It really is. But no, we're going to have a cool, fun quiz that gets everyone involved. And like for Saturday night, we're thinking like we'll get a load of pizzas in, and keep everyone together, and we'll hang out and have some grub and do a quiz.
Cool.
What else we got, Steve? We've got loads left.
We've got the live stream.
The live
Friday
stream.
night. Now that is going to be trial
Ropey
by
as
fire.
hell.
Trial by fire.
We're
But
gonna
we'll
do
have a lot of
something.
people on site who are pretty clued up with YouTube. So
Yeah, we've got.
I'm talking to you, Luke of Luke's APS.
So Luke.
So is he coming as well?
Yeah, he's building. Oh, yeah, he's building a board.
So not only is Luke coming, what is Luke doing at the weekend, Steve?
He's going to be building a board from scratch over the weekend,
Yep.
which somebody will be taking away
Yeah.
in the raffle, which is pretty awesome.
Ooh.
He's going to be doing it. He's not going to be locked away in a corner with all fences around him and stuff. He's there. You can go up and chat to him and ask him questions on how he does stuff and get tips off him, which is good.
I'm gonna hang out with Luke and get some tips.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy just to have a
He's
chat
a
with.
good
He's a good
laugh,
lad.
isn't he?
Yeah,
He
he's a
is.
good lad.
I bet you 10 quid, because every time I've seen this happen at an event, the dude who wins the board, he's flew here.
Yeah.
Betting you now,
Yeah.
but and if it has to stay in the top table studio, it has to stay in the top table studio.
Oh, no, how do I get this?
That's not going to get me
Make
walked
use of
on.
it, you know.
But no, so you can win a board. Is it going to be a 4x4?
4x4, yeah.
You can win a custom 4x4 board made in front of you. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
badass.
really.
I
well
don't think
done.
anything like that's been done anywhere I know. of.
Awesome.
No, that's going to be real cool.
It's one thing being able to win it is great, but actually being able to see it being done
Yeah,
without
yeah,
a chat with
yeah.
him while he's making it as well.
You could be there, the person who's like, really wants to win it and is buying loads of raffle tickets and telling him how you want it and what you're going to play on it. Please put Hill in the middle, please.
So let's before we crack on, let's jump back in the comments, get caught up on that, and we'll carry on because we ain't even done yet. The weekend has got so much stuff that I'm very upset you're going to miss it. And Ben has an exciting competition to tell you about.
Yeah.
So where are we up to then? We are. So Glyn Seymour dropped some hashtags, which is of course hashtag 20 minute sword fight and hashtag don't finish early.
20 minutes on, I missed that.
I can't do the first one, and I can't promise the second one. Dice tells us off for my first Middle Earth game tonight. Nice.
Excellent. Well done.
Do let us know how you get on in the group, my friend. And
That's not what you're playing.
Glyn Seymour says 24 days to be exact, and then he
I
applauds
thought-
the fact Steve's
I was
here.
waving.
Oh, Ory's waving.
That's applause.
Is that not a clap emoji?
No,
I can't
that's
see
one
from
hand
here.
with
I'm getting
little
old.
shaky bits on it.
I thought it was like clapping against the friction.
When he said 24 days, I thought he meant like 24 day sword fight. I thought it's a little bit of a stretch for 20 minutes.
That's a record, right?
That is a record.
Dan Meadows is actually sat working on the Walking Dead pack for you now. What a
Thank
guy!
you, sir.
What a legend.
You're absolute beauty. And Brian McGonigal says, winter is coming, referring to A Song of Ice and Fire. I know he plays locally as well, but I'm down for some Mutant Cowboys.
We can play a bit of
Dude.
both though.
Yeah.
You can change it. Who says they're going to be on the same day?
Not wrong with a bit of both, is the Jay?
Nope. Live my life by it. Reese Taylor says, hey guys, have I missed anything? Hey Reese, you've missed everything. Go away. It's too late. No, you haven't, buddy. We're just chatting about the weekend. And Reese has got a ticket.
Yes.
And Chris and some of his buddies picked up the tickets he was in today. I was chatting to him.
Reese is the guy with the beautiful Easterlings.
He is.
Oh,
yeah, he is.
Really nice. He's going to give that to me apparently.
What?
No, he's not. Oh, he will by the time I start.
Just to shut you up. And then we've got Phil McDowell who says, what day for A Song of Ice and Fire? We're going to get to that in a minute because I have a cunning plan for all of that. And Lee Dalberkin says, so many games. I love Lee. Hello, Lee. Good evening, my friend. So many games he wants to play. Lee has just started Middle Earth. We know he plays Kill Team. Lee plays everything. He's like me.
Just play them all on the week.
Play them all. Like,
Yeah.
You can go around 3 tables just taking turns. and
Well,
different
don't play in
systems.
an event. Just mix it up over the 2.5 days, playing different games.
Absolutely.
Find people that you want to play against.
Yeah.
It was a question I had actually from somebody saying, so if I just want to come down and I don't want to go into any special event, how do I kind of organise what I'm playing over the few days? So like, do I need to bring models with me? Do I like kind of pre-arrange stuff?
Yeah.
So I think what we'll probably do is over the coming weeks we should probably do something in the Facebook group for the weekend. They're not our 2 groups.
Yeah.
They're for the weekend, and you can start to try and match up. So if people want to play certain games, stick it in there. We'll try and kind of match a few people up.
One thing I have got, I didn't tell you this, sorry. I've created a survey that will go out to all the people who picked up the ticket.
There you go.
And you can literally just go, I want to play these games. And when you get it, you'll have already had the schedule. And you can just go, I'm playing these, just to give us an idea of what boards to set up every morning for each day.
But
we're gonna have
there's
that
nothing
all
wrong with you just coming down,
Just
seeing us in the hall and saying, "Hey mate, do you fancy a game of WoW SXs? Do you fancy a game of Guild Ball?"
Exactly,
Even games that are not any events at our event.
Come and teach us a new
Play
game.
whatever you want.
Yeah, if you want to come and teach us to play something, bring
Yeah,
friends with you. Yeah.
God knows I love new games.
Don't
And I suppose that's a perfect time to chat about then. Going from Luke building boards, we've also got someone here painting models.
You certainly have.
Who've we got?
Am I the one with all the questions? I've just got here.
You
should be asking me.
If you want to ask the
all the
questions, you've got to be
answers.
on time.
Alright, top table intern, who've we got? Fail it and you're screwed.
We've got Kev Lawrence.
We do have Kev Lawrence of
Very
Shadow on the
exciting.
phone.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Literally, he now kind of is always in White Dwarf. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
open White Dwarf
actually.
without seeing him. Absolute monster of a painter of Middle Earth, and he's done a bit of Game of Thrones too.
Yeah.
He's dabbled. Really lovely guy. He's going to come down, and very much like Luke, he's going to be painting for the weekend, and he's going to be there for you to just hang out. You could bring some paint, so you could buy some models from Element. We're going to have a full painting station, fully stocked with paint, brushes, glue, so you can just rock up, sit down, paint some models, and chat to Kev. So even if you don't play games, but you just hobby,
Yeah, if you want to just
Come
come and
and
hang
hang
out, just come and hang out and paint alongside a room full of other sort of gamers.
it's like a Clash of Kings. I spent about 4 hours just sat building Vanguard models. Didn't I? Like, "I need toys!" Yeah, but so we've got Kev Lawrence on site as well, which is very
cool.
exciting. But I think, Ben, you beautiful, beautiful man, you should be telling everyone about the competition.
Cool. Right, guys. So we've got a competition for you. So to make sure that everybody's involved, we are going to do a bit of a prize draw.
We are.
So there are 2 prizes up for grabs. First prize is everybody who has bought a ticket. You are already entered into a raffle prize. The prize is a element voucher.
For £25.
£25. That'll...
Isn't it funny that's the same price as your ticket? So almost someone's coming for free.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's like I thought about it.
So, as I said, if you've already bought a ticket, you're already entered into the prize draw.
Boom.
There is another prize draw though.
Yes, there is.
So for those of you that are sat there kind of umming and ahhing about whether you want to come or not.
Firstly, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Or whether you just haven't bought your ticket yet. We are going to do another draw on the next live stream.
Correct.
So anybody that buys a ticket between now and 2 weeks' time,
Correct.
on the next live stream, you will be entered into a separate draw to win another £25 voucher.
Boom.
So you have got the opportunity then, if you buy a ticket between now and the next live stream, to win potentially 2 lots of vouchers if you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
How good is
Very
that,
lucky.
right?
If the stars align.
If the stars align.
And you can use them when you get here for the weekender for obviously the hobby purchases. No one goes away empty-handed.
Oh, you could give them to me.
That's probably not going to happen.
I need
will
some
it?
new stuff. I need some new stuff.
Yeah.
I need to stop spending money on toys.
Yeah, I know. But no, and point of note for you guys who are now going, I want a ticket, which you should all be. It's going to be so good if you're free. Do make it, because this is going to be something that we think is going to just be that good that future years are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
But we do understand we're trying a new thing that's probably a little bit different, and it's kind of like, what is it? It's just going to be fun. And you're
It's
going
not
to have
like
to
an
trust
event
us.
I've heard about before.
It's
This is
not,
probably
and
unique.
it's very new territory, and we're going to nail it this time, and this thing is going to become something that you won't want to miss, and you ain't going to want to miss this one, so do get involved. But the point I was getting to is, if you head to the Top Table Legacy Weekender group page, I get so confused.
And you can say that 3 times in
Event.
10 seconds. You win another £25.
I know, right? If you head over to the group created for the event, you will see now the banner is now because it wasn't the easiest. We messed up there. There's now a very clear how to pay, how to grab your tickets.
Yes.
We made it the banner of the group just so it was very clear. Head over there. It's £25, and that is payable on PayPal, friends and family, to toptablewargaming@gmail.com. Was that email right?
It was.
Yes.
I always get, I
Yes.
always worry because we used to be Top Table Wargaming, we're now gaming, and it throws me off.
Check it in Facebook group. Do not send somebody else your money because we
Yeah.
can't get that one back. So yeah,
And then we'll sort.
double check it in Facebook.
If in doubt, PM one of us
Yeah.
on Facebook.
But do it. But Top Table Legacy Weekender is just going to be insane. We are very excited to bring it. It's going to be 3 days of hanging out, playing with toys without the stress of rounds and doing well that a tournament has, but all the fun of meeting new people, playing new games, and hanging out. So what are you going to do at the Weekender? What are you looking forward to trying? Who are you looking forward to meeting? What are you looking?
Well, there's a few people certainly coming from my channel, my sort of Facebook group and stuff. So Christian Reeves has been buying Drowned Earth stuff.
Nice.
So
Nice.
he's been buying some new stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I promised him we'd have a game as well when he gets down.
Good.
We've also got Skull Munch and
very
Flying Mammal are coming as well.
Get
And
in.
Flying Mammal's been making me a dice bag.
Oh, has
So
it?
she was going to post it to me.
Was she not aware that there's 3 people there?
I mean,
She was going to post it to me, and I said, just bring it at the weekend, and then I can see it. Thank you. That's very nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. But to be honest, there's that many people.
so
coming.
much
yeah,
going
there's
on.
so much going on. But I'm looking forward to just sitting down, just chilling, having a chat, playing board games with people. I want to give Drowned Earth a try because I've never played that before.
It's great fun.
Is it-
And I also wouldn't mind giving Middle Earth a go as well because I've never played that.
That's
So-
a
so
slippery
it's-
slope, my friend.
It's like crack, though, mate.
Yeah.
Your first one's free.
But that's
Some of this.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to kind of giving some of the games I've never played before an opportunity of giving them a go, getting a little bit of demo game in,
Oh, exciting.
and then obviously having a few beers and doing the quiz.
I think for us, the weekend's just going to go
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
They always do. It's going to
That's
be
gonna be
nuts.
crazy,
Like
yeah.
that's one thing about running big events. They just fly, don't they? I'm really looking forward to checking out Luke building terrain because that's kind of your bag. I've never even looked into terrain building. It's like Steve's thing.
Yeah.
Like the process behind it fascinates me. So I'm going to check that out. I want to have a chat with Kev. I've not seen Kev in years.
Yeah.
Like I think the last time I saw Kev was like 3 Stockports ago.
When he was
Desolation
down
Stockport. Yeah, he came down.
with Dave.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll be nice to catch. And I'm really looking forward to just meeting all the people from the channel who
Yeah.
we chat to on a stream. And I'm going to make an apology now on behalf of all of us. you're going to walk in, and you know what we look like, and you're going to be like, hiya, mate, and I'm going to be like, I don't know who you are, but you're here to see us. Hi, pal. You're all going to get pal and mate and buddy.
You're all going to get a name badge with pal.
We need to get those hi, my name
Should we
is
get name
stickers.
badges?
We should, you know.
I think we need to.
Get like
'cause
lanyards or
I'm
something.
I'm terrible with names.
Just stickers.
He still calls me Pete. It's been 3 years.
Depends what night it is.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, apologies now if we don't know who you are, because it's really tough sometimes, isn't it? But for me, I'm just looking forward to meeting everyone. Now, it's going to be interesting what you're looking forward to, because you are new to meeting a lot of these people, but not new to gaming and events. So what excites you about the weekend?
Luke, I'm looking forward to seeing Luke's board, and
Yeah.
much like you, I'm starting to dabble into it with terrain building.
Pretty good as well.
So it's looking alright. It's looking alright, getting there. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's a game that I like the obviously the stories, the comic books, the series. So I'm quite looking forward to having a look.
When
at that.
I was playing at Winter's End, you came in and you
I
were
was
watching
sat-
one of my games.
Yeah, I was sat there for about half an hour, just enthralled with it.
I owe that event to Dan Meadows. I didn't say anything about this at the time, but like I had no idea what I was doing. I got here early because obviously I opened up the menu. I was like, Dan, write me a list. No, mate, here's the models I've got. What can I do? And he built my list. That's why I did all right. But no, Walking Dead would be cool.
That'd be cool, and I'm looking forward to getting to grips with Vanguard a bit more as well, because I've not played it yet. So I want to get a couple of games in and try and sort of hone my skills a little bit at the event.
Nice.
Should be good.
What about you, Steve?
Do you know what? I'm
Middle Earth is probably a
obviously Middle Earth.
Yeah.
I enjoy Middle Earth events and I enjoy the Middle Earth crowd. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody else. I'm looking forward to looking around the room and seeing that this is what we did, and it's hopefully, fingers crossed, the start of something.
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
God, I would love this to become a thing that becomes like once, twice a year. A real highlight that we can look forward to in the calendar, because we've all done lots of gaming events, and I love gaming events. I still go to them now, but this is something really different that I think we're going to get such a good takeaway.
I think because we planned it and it's us doing it, we're fully aware of sort of the vibe we want it to have, and I think people who are, we said before, are on the fence. I'm thinking, well, I play that, but it's only on for one day. I think the events are secondary to what the weekend is.
Yeah.
Of course.
The events are just a little added bonus that if you want that, it's there. The weekend is for everyone to come down, get together, be in a room, and everyone be in the same bubble rather than a pocket of people there, a pocket of people there.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the same bubble and just chilling out and having fun, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be mega.
So it's the kind of thing that if you're on your own kind of thing, if you fancy coming down on your own, there will be plenty to keep you occupied all weekend. There'll be plenty of people to play. You won't be sitting in a corner, kind of sort of.
Jay always needs friends. Jay always
I need
needs
friends. Come and be my friend. I need friends. I'm the top table beat stick, so that'll be wicked. Ben, why don't you take us through the comments, dude?
Cool. So I think we're down to Lee Doverkin.
Kind of here, yeah. That sounds good.
So many games I want to play. Me too, buddy. That I think all of us want to play.
I
every
literally,
game.
because we've picked games that our channel's champions, and obviously we're fans of your channel as well and stuff, like, I want to play everything. I'm literally looking here and I can see stuff I own for every one of them systems, and it's just going to be like, which one?
I saw the Kill Team box and I was like, I want to play Kill Team as well. So
Sounds awesome.
I want to get a couple of games of that in
Good.
as well. Glenn said, if I win the board in the raffle, I'm going to donate it to someone I game with over the weekend.
man. See,
That's wicked.
Now that is a lovely thing, and that is exactly the spirit of the event. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Glenn's a legend.
Because Glenn's flying over, isn't he? So obviously
Glenn's been a bit mean to me, but I'm going to forgive him.
Yeah,
the last couple of weeks,
that's why he's a legend now.
Oh right. For
nothing to do with that.
For that gesture, I forgive you. And
Yeah. That's something, because obviously Glenn's flown over, isn't he? So he's not going to be able to carry a 4-foot board on the plane with him.
I don't think he's jet lag.
Daniel Meadows, fancy a game, Glenn?
Everyone's going to be gunning for a game with Glenn now, right?
Oh, he's got people offering to buy it from him. Stephen Tennyson's offering here.
He hasn't won it yet.
Should we start a bidding war? If Glenn wins it, we'll start one.
We
Come on,
should,
guys, it's
yeah.
not only fools and horses. It's not buy and sell.
New announcement, there's a top table auction on the Sunday evening.
If Glenn wins the board.
Yeah. We can fix it. No, we can't. I'm joking.
Dan Gross?
Yeah.
Gross?
Yeah, right.
Gross. Hey all.
Hey, Dan.
Hey Dan.
Evening.
Is it your first time in, Dan?
No, it's not.
No,
We've had,
no.
He's not the person I say that to every week. Every week I'm like, it's your first time in. He's like, it's
yeah,
really
we had
not.
the call.
Yeah.
You
Dan-
and Damien had the Dan.
Yeah, but Dan, I spoke to Dan after the fact, and Dan tried to help us out with
Oh,
the
it's Dan-
sound
It's
on the videos.
it's Dan G Ross, isn't it?
Dan G. Ross.
Dan G Ross.
SPG player.
No, we're just gonna call him G Ross because we
Geezer.
couldn't.
Okay,
Yeah,
just a dude. Hey Dan, just a dude.
Glenn.
Aye, sounds good, Daniel. So I think there's a game already in the
Boom.
works
One.
there. Excellent. And he's just laughing at Stephen. He's not saying it, he's giving it away. It sounds like it. Yeah. Graham Dixon, evening, folks. I'm a bit late joining tonight. What have I missed?
Evening, Graham. Graham is a good pal of mine. Graham, formerly of Red Beam Designs, who did lots of cool stuff. Now Death App Studio, and I love Graham. We've become close friends. Yeah, Graham. You know Graham. Yeah, Graham.
Yeah, of course.
Graham. Yeah, Graham.
Graham.
Graham is a lovely dude. Graham, why are you not at the weekender, man?
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Where's he based? Is he
He
local?
is.
He's York way, isn't he?
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
see
easy
your
to get over
I
it,
did see
but-
your post, Graham, as well. That it's been a year since you let Red Beam go.
I saw it.
I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it's been that long. That's flown over.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But Graham has very kindly this week, he did me some designs of some widgets and proxy bases for Vengeance,
Nice.
which is 9 days away. Another big event. I almost hate sleep. But no, Graham, thank you, mate. Pleasure as always, and we'll catch up later in the week, dude.
Where are we at?
Dan Meadows.
Dan Meadows, and a good list it was too. I think that was your Walking Dead list.
It was legit.
How'd you get on in that event?
I did alright, didn't
I
I?
think you finished better than me.
I did. I went 3 I was playing for not first but podium last game. I think I finished 4th.
Beardy Jane.
Beardy. Was it just a beardy list?
He would have played it. He would have played it
Yeah.
proper Beardy.
Yeah,
He'd have
yeah.
played it like he plays SVG.
Yeah,
I think he can fit through there. It's nudge, nudge, nudge.
I won my first game because it was the only scenario I'd actually played prior to the event, so I had an idea what I was doing. The second game I played against my brother-in-law. The two of us had travelled down together and we played a draw out, and then I got beat my next two. But I did get beat. I got beat my third game by the winner.
That's fair.
Yeah, so
I had one of those, so like the dice for Walking Dead are custom, they're not 1 to 6, they have different faces, and like for my first 3 games, I was at that point where you're apologising to your opponent because you're effectively just trip 6 in everything. I was like, cool, 9 damage. Dead. Like it was one of them where I'm just like, I'm really sorry, because then I go, I'm not going to do it again. Oh, shit. Sorry. A bit of God luck, but wicked. I can't wait to play more Walking Dead. It is great fun.
I know when we were I was chatting to Dan about the Walking Dead stuff, so Richard Stockdale as well, who's another guy who's on the rules committee as well, was talking about potentially doing some kind of demo games of it on the Saturday. So if anybody wanted to demo it on the Saturday to play the event on the Sunday,
I'd highly recommend demoing it because it is a really good game. I've only briefly played it in like the early days, and I really enjoyed it. Just the only reason I've not picked it up more is just time.
Yeah.
I like SPG too much.
I will be doing. I do love SPG. Yeah, I'm a fanboy for SPG. Yeah.
And there is rumoured to be
Fanboy,
a
poster
new
ball.
Walking Dead version coming this year, isn't there? Very exciting.
Well, let's just say that when I was talking to Dan Meadows about this event, we might have been at the playtest event for the rumoured new rules. So I can tell you.
All right.
I can tell you I was there. I just can't tell you what we did.
Did you play Walking Dead?
Spoilers.
Well, we had pizza for lunch. I can tell you that.
Insightful.
Got Daniel Meadows again. I'm at Element tomorrow learning Vanguard. Excellent.
I was gutted I couldn't come down. Like you messaged me earlier. I've run out of dad points this week. I was here late last night as well. You can swing in. Both of the dudes.
I might pop down. What time are you down?
Boom.
I
Top
might
table
come
Ben learning some
Might
Vanguard.
come and watch and try and learn some stuff. Well, Cavian, coincidentally, so am I.
The playing.
So I
Yeah.
gathered that.
Both local lads.
Yeah. Stephen Tennyson, bit too long of a trek for me this year, lads, but I hope it goes well for you. Lads, sounds like a great event.
Thank you,
Man,
man.
appreciate that.
Next year.
Next year,
Next year.
no excuses.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Stephen?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Oh, it's not too
I
far.
know.
Yeah.
Half an hour on a plane.
You can swing.
Half an hour on a plane.
Easy.
Not acceptable, my friend.
Fohammer, hey guys. Hello.
Hey, dude. Is that in?
That's Tim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tim Garlic. Daniel Meadows, I'll be around on the Saturday to guide people through and sort
Thank
lists,
you.
etc. Excellent.
For Walking Dead and Drowned Earth and a lot of the other systems, I'm going to drag all my stuff out of the studio. So there's going to be multiple stuff for people to use and pick from. And
Yeah, I'll have a boot full of gear.
Yeah,
as well.
we'll rock up.
Where are we up to? Daniel Meadows again. What happens in Nottingham?
Playtest day. Stays in Nottingham.
That's right, man.
And 7 p.m. tomorrow. Excellent. I might try and pop down if I can get away with it. I'm using up some points this evening,
Nice.
but I'm sure I'll be able to swing by for a little bit. Stephen Tennyson, anyone doing journey vlogs, etc.?
Probably all of us.
Well, probably.
For the weekend, yeah.
We'd
Yeah,
be silly not to get content.
There'll be loads of stuff.
There's going to be loads.
Yeah. Well,
We're
there's
putting
gonna-
a dozen
there's gonna-
YouTubers in everything. There's going to be some content.
You're not going to be able to move for cameras.
the live stream will be on.
Correct.
That's going to be a challenge. The more I think about it, the more
It's
I
going to
think,
be a
"Oh."
shambles, isn't it? Let's just be honest. It's just going to
Herding cats as well.
derail.
We'll sort something. Yes, and Glyn Seymour getting so excited for the weekender leaves no time to rib Jay till the Friday night live roast session.
I did not sign up for that. I mean, to be fair, I usually pay for those on Fridays, so it's fine.
I love a Friday night.
Anyway, before we get shouted at by YouTube again, the GSC, let's move on.
So there is another system that are coming to demo as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So it was actually confirmed today. Again, I don't think I've told Steve because he's had a day.
Yeah, I think we have.
I'll tell you on the phone.
Yeah.
So Steve Bonnar is going to kill himself that he's ditched us for another YouTube channel and doesn't talk to
I
us
know,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't speak to us anymore.
Most of us anyway.
Yeah, Bonnar, you're watching this back, but he's probably not because he's on the Blackjack Legacy.
You might have saw it in my Facebook group. You might have come across the scene because I put a link in my group that was on. So who knows? You might be there.
Well, it's a game I know Steve Bonnar champions. We've got the Mortal Gods guys coming down themselves to show that off.
Excellent.
It's really cool little game. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to be quite honest.
I didn't know what I've seen Stephen Bonar post.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
But it's got really cool like ancient Greek kind of setting, and it's like 3 model units in little triangular and circular trays and stuff. I believe it's very similar to Gangs of Rome.
I was
going
to say that. Is it the same guys that
Yes,
promoted
it
that?
is,
It is,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. I know actually the board that they've been demoing it on was a board that Luke made on his channel.
Yeah.
So he went and delivered it to them, didn't he? So
Was it this week that he put up an overview of the entire board and like all the different elements?
it was
last
the one
week?
with like the sand and
the
beach and
and I think he's done it as like individual sections, like obviously longer videos of how he's done it, but he's done like one last big overview of the board. It looks
It's like
amazing. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
So you'll be able to probably, I wouldn't be surprised if you can come and demo it on that
On the
board
board.
and then have a chat with Luke to go, so how did you make that? And then he
Yeah.
can say, go watch my video.
That's a good shout, yeah. That's a good shout. No, it's exciting. So what could be really cool is, Steve, why don't you tell us a bit more about the Middle-earth SPG event, because that's definitely going to be the one that's hit the bulk of our subscribers.
Yeah, so it's a 2-day event, as you know. It's
Boom.
550 points.
Who's just popped in? I'm glad you didn't pop in 3 minutes ago, Steve.
Woo! 1-1. Yeah, so it's 550 points over the 2 days.
It has a name, right?
Yeah, the unexpected party.
Boom.
Really forgot it myself.
I know, right?
The long unexpected party, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something along them lines.
It's unexpected.
It's unexpected, yeah. All the tables in this event are going to be custom tables. A lot of you will have seen me posting numerous pictures on Facebook over the last few weeks.
Your
The
Shire
Moria
one
one.
was insane.
Oh yeah, the Shire one. Yeah.
The Moria one is, at the moment, the way it's looking, is probably going to be my favourite.
That's looking good.
Oh, really?
Looking
Yeah.
really good. That.
How long did it take you to carve out all the stonework on the floor? Because that looked like heartbreaking.
It didn't take that long, actually.
Did you have a pen?
Yeah, you
Put it with felt
score it, and then
The crayon.
ballpoint pen.
I'll use the ballpoint. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then the only thing with that is when you're painting, sometimes you think that the paint will just drop in there. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
It's a nightmare to get paint
Is
in
it?
there. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Always the green foam keeps showing through, so you just got to going over and over. But the whole board's going to be like that. That's just one corner. That was just a test scheme.
Nice.
But yeah, so all the boards are going to be there. It's going to have Lake Town, Moria, the Shire,
We've got-
Dale. The Dale board will be there.
Yeah.
What else have I got?
We've got Harad, Goblin Town.
Bree.
I'm just literally
Just
looking
checking it all
at
out.
Helm's Deep,
Helm's Deep.
Mirkwood,
Gondor.
Lake, have we said Lake Town?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's lots,
Lots
and
of
lots
boards,
and
yeah.
lots and lots. Ammonhen.
Yep.
Ammonhen's a good. Actually, Ammonhen's a good one. I've got 2 Ammonhen boards. And they're both quite
And
good.
the thing is, if there's surplus, they can be used for anything because they're just
Yeah,
great boards
yeah.
to play on.
The thing is, this because I'm mainly Middle-earth SPG orientated, and if I've got spare time, that's what I put it into. I'm hoping next year, for each, we might do different systems next year, but I'm hoping for them to start off doing custom boards for those systems as well, because by then we'll have got the league finale out of the way. I should have enough boards that I don't need any more Middle-earth boards.
I keep having nightmares of me and you loading them all into your van last year, screwing them into your van so
Hang on a
they
minute.
don't break.
Nightmares of the van breaking down and having to go on hire one last minute.
Yeah, our suffers for our say our.
Yeah,
It's now our. It was Steve's. Like we had some serious van issues getting 24 of them to an event without them breaking.
Did you do
Oh.
Did you do a hobby video on it?
Yeah.
I remember watching it.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
Good, mate.
That's who the view was.
Yeah. Where that dislike come from?
Tell Sherlock we don't need him. We've cracked it, boys. We've cracked it. Well, no. So there's going to be lots of Middle Earth goodness.
Yeah, loads.
550 points is really interesting points for the new edition. It's low, but there is actually room.
Do you know what? But I think I was thinking about this earlier. You can, even at low points now, you can justify putting big heroes in there. Like I've played Aragon at 500 points.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, fully kitted out on horse and Anduril and everything. Which you would not have done in the old with the old meta and things.
Yeah,
It was
really
just
interestingly. So you may have missed this, Steve, but Tom Jennings was in today playing with a 600-point list. There was Gullivar Burder, 2 Cave Trolls, and the Witch King. You could actually probably, I think the points fit, you bin the Witch King, make him a normal ring wraith on horse, and that is a grim 550 points right there.
There is some really horrible lists around that sort of 500-600 point mark. That you can
Aragon and Army of the Dead, the new Legendary
Yeah.
Legion looks tasty. Quite thematic as well.
Yeah.
Which is what we want to see a lot of people bring.
So there's somebody that knows nothing about Middle Earth.
Me or you?
500 me.
You told you. You've seen his back reps, haven't you?
No, I don't make them.
550 points model wise. How many is that? Is it like
It's
100 or is it like?
Well,
Completely
it totally
depends.
depends on the
Yeah.
faction that you go for. So you could go for goblins, and at 500 points,
You get
You
40.
still get 50.
50
Yeah.
easily. Yeah.
Oh,
You just went no
Before-
characters.
So a normal Goblin Town Goblin is 4 points.
So you could
Oh.
So
go
then you get like a hero for 35 points. You
Yeah.
go Goblin King for about 100. Is he 110, 120?
Well, yeah.
Basically, you can get lots of a horde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could go all hero. You could
have
like go
3.
fellowship and
Yeah.
maybe get 3 or 4 models.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
play all hero a lot, like
Yeah.
all heroes on horses, and even at like an old 650, 700 point event, I'd have 5 models,
Yeah.
but they were all absolute
Oh, that's
beasts.
interesting. Because
So, yeah, you can
literally
go
not
either
done-
way.
I've kind of not even dipped my toe into it really, so I'm just trying to understand how many models are on a board, kind of thing. Yeah.
It's however many you want. You can
Yeah.
take 5, you can take 80,
Yeah.
or you can do a build anywhere within that, and a lot of that depends on faction.
I think if you go to a
Sounds
tournament,
cool.
if you go to a tournament, say you went to a tournament, there's 50 players.
Yeah.
30 of them players at 600 points are going to have around
30 models.
30 models.
Okay.
And then the others will be all hero and stuff like that. Maybe
that's
the
interesting.
odd horde.
In my head, it was always a much bigger scale game. I think.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
No,
I think
it's
a lot
quite
of people
small.
kind of think about the War of the Ring game, which was like the movement
Traits,
traits,
yeah.
and I think that system seems to have kind of perpetuated, and that's what everyone thinks Lord of the Rings is. But actually, it is almost a big skirmish game, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's rather than being a
I look at Ed Ball, right? He spent years dominating the league that's run
with
with
three.
3 ring wraiths on Felbeast and Shelob. And like he just used to take 4 models and just his games would be done in 20 minutes and he just got boss with it. But then you can see someone take a 100 model Goblin Town Horde and rail stuff, and there's everything in between. I used to prefer the 6 model end of the spectrum just
Yeah.
because really fun, and there's a lot of resource management, and like it's very glass cannon, but when it hits like a train.
It's quite interesting because there's not many games have that swing of like kind of really elite
Yeah.
and holy armies really.
I think what's really good about especially the new version is there isn't an established meta now, so you can
Everything's viable.
everything's viable.
Yeah,
There-
it's
a really
isn't
good time to get into it.
There isn't a bad army now. You know, you see loads of people asking what's a good list. It's like, just
We don't know.
as long as it fits in your points value. Then
So the Pelennor Fields box, how many points is in there then roughly? Is an idea.
So it's got
That's about
30 Moranans.
500 each side.
It's about 550 a side, so you
Oh,
could take the Rohan or the Mordor out of that,
Yeah.
and that would probably be a good weekender size, because like the evil stuff has like 24 orcs,
Yeah.
a fell beast, and a troll.
Are they one of them 2 armies, the kind of armies that you think you'd want to go for?
I've got no idea, mate. To be
Oh,
honest,
right.
no, I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
Have you
figure
seen the films?
I've seen the first one.
What? The first Hobbit or the first Lord of the Rings?
Do you know what it is? I've actually got a video that's just gone live tonight at 7 o'clock where I actually mentioned.
I thought you were going to say I've got a video
No.
of Fellowship of the Ring.
Where
Like
I,
VHS.
where I actually said I'm embarrassed to say I haven't seen the second 2
Oh,
Lord of the
wow.
Rings films. I've seen the Hobbit films.
Yeah.
I went to cinema to see those.
What?
Come back in 7 hours. Go on.
Watch them.
Go watch them.
And then
Pick
find
who's
your
cool.
favourite
Yeah.
thing. Because the thing is, though, there's factions that are not in the movies that are from the books as well.
Yeah.
Like they've done really clever things. So from the Hobbit era now, they're really structuring things with points in mind. So for 1,000 points, you get the Necromancer from The Hobbit and all 9 of the ring race from the battle scene.
And the
and the Keeper of the Dungeon
that's
who
the one.
kicks. So they're building like them. And isn't Thorin's company now bang on 1,000 as well?
Okay.
So they're doing it now because 1,000 is like the top end what you play.
Yeah.
So they're
I
now
don't
doing
like
really.
1,000.
No, it's too much. They're now doing really structured lists around points that will fit.
Okay.
So you can take the Fellowship for about 800 points with no toys.
Yeah.
You can take Thorin's company they're building it with a lot more narrative in mind, which is nice.
Okay.
Because I don't see it as a tournament game. For me, it's a narrative game.
I prefer narrative.
Yeah,
I prefer to play scenes from the film scenarios.
Or just like fun scenarios and like your late 10 one the other week was
Oh, it
that was great.
That was one of the best games of SPG I've ever played.
That's
And,
why I had to,
there
sal-
was
that's
gutted
why I
the
had to
audio.
salvage it.
Oh yeah, that battle
Sounds
we were
good.
heart. It was we finished like high fiving, going, "That's the best battle we've ever filmed. It's one of the best games I've ever had." And then the audio had reverb we couldn't fix.
That's
And
too much.
Christina
Too much.
rated it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did watch half. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I watched
oh.
half of it coming back. I don't understand the game, so it was
Yeah.
last week, but it was I wanted to see what you'd done to kind of
Yeah.
recover it. So you
It was
did,
good,
you
good
did a
end-
great
good
job.
ending as well.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Came down to the last roll of the dice. That's
Yeah.
all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Go and check it out. It's good fun. Should we dive back into the comments?
Yeah.
Bonner, Steve, you can take these.
Where are we? Steve on Hi gents, wagwan, Steve.
What up, my friend?
Steve Tennyson, very interested in a second edition of Walking Dead. Flirted with picking it up for donkeys.
Yes,
You don't want to be flirting with donkeys though.
and it's not a second edition of Walking Dead. It is an extra
Ah.
version. So the existing Walking Dead that's already in the shops now, you will still be able to continue buy and play, but there will be another version.
It's like an alt mode.
Yes.
Nice. That's
Right.
Do you reckon Dan Meadows is like swearing at his screen, like going, "Shut up, shut up, shut up."
That's it. He said too much.
Glyn Seymour points up and says the traitor eyes talking about Steve Bonner.
So, Steve, I'm going to clear this up. All we were saying is you've now ditched us for Blackjack Legacy. We don't see you on our channel anymore.
You're sat there now watching us with a blackjack t-shirt on.
Maybe Andy actually sent him a mug. That could be it.
That was it. You upset.
I am. But no,
That'll
good
come
on
next when
you,
he
Steve.
sent me a mug. Steve Bonner says, do I need to rewind? No,
Not now.
just leave it.
You're good.
Yeah.
Please don't. No, we're kidding.
Glyn says, round of applause for Steve's hard work on making unique boards. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to look epic.
Like the rate at which you work as well is like phenomenal. It takes me like
I'm
weeks
base
of-
coating a model and he's built a board.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
think
infuriates
it takes me weeks to think about like making a base or something. I'm like, well, I know how I'm going to do it now. And then I build it, and then but you just seem to just go for it and like you've got an idea in your mind. and-
Once I get in that mode, like that's it. But I think the thing is though, I've built a lot of boards.
Yeah.
So the basics of getting the board together, putting the sides on, putting your base layer of foam on, I already have envisaged and planned out where I want hills and stuff. So they're already on before anything else, and that I can do that in an hour.
Mm.
And then it's just carving and shaping and sculptor mold and all that. Whatever. But I'll go into that in another video. The screen boards in Steve's.
Is that boards or broads?
Definitely not broken.
Oh, no. Cheers, Steve.
Steve Bonner says, son of a gene stealer cult. I'm no traitor. Just be quiet painting a dozen things rather than 60 plus.
Do you know, I have seen a few posts
He's
from
smashing his
Steve.
white scars out.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just so productive.
Oh, it's
Like,
obscene.
he's painted this year already what I've painted in the last 3.
Yeah, he's some...
Yeah.
That's Steve.
just-
That's
yeah,
general. Yeah. Gareth Baller. I was thinking of bringing Aragorn and Army of the Dead.
I think
good
that's
list.
great.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
it's
And
really
he's,
good,
he's
really
painting
dramatic.
his new 3 hunters and his Aragorn looks awesome. So
Nice, good
Yeah,
stuff,
do it.
man. He gets a lot. I always see, because obviously Gaz always posts the stuff that he's got done while watching the live stream at the end, and he gets
Yeah,
some
loads of
serious
stuff.
work done, doesn't
Yeah.
It's always good to see that actually. There's a few on my live stream do the same thing.
Yeah.
They use it as a bit of painting background,
Yeah.
and then post the pictures afterwards. And it is cool to see
he?
people.
It really
get
is,
something
yeah.
I kind of feel responsible for it. So you're welcome.
Oh,
Reece Taylor buzzing for the event, and the 550 SPG event Easterlings list will be fully painted.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, man.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you
yeah.
met Reece yet? I haven't. He's a local dude.
Obviously, I've met him.
I haven't.
I've been trying to blag his Easterlings off him.
You can do that, Virgin. Did you meet him? Was he at the Forge event?
Yeah, he's at a Forge event, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gareth Baller again, or I might bring Rohan.
Of course.
Rohan's good at 550 though.
I think with especially with the Legendary Legion, 550 I think could be a great points level for them.
So Legendary Legions, very quickly for you, and they're kind of like, they give you a new thematic build of a force, and if
Right.
you take it, you get a buff, and it's like pulling a scene out of the movie.
Ah, so you
So
get
if you take just the Rohan dudes who were at Helm's Deep, for example.
So it won't be
you get
everyone
a
in the
very
Rohan
themed
list.
book.
It'll just be the ones from that scene in the film.
So they basically goes.
So
This
you
bit
can't,
of the
you can't
movie-
like beard it out and.
So,
Yeah,
so I used to play War Machine, and you had like tier lists. So if you
Exactly
took
that,
a thematic list, you got bonuses for it.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Steve Bonner.
Steve Bonner, Army of Lake Town.
Hashtag Slim J.
Foehammer, 36 Verons in the box set. Yes, there is.
Is there 36 in
36. It's 3 warbands here. Because I painted them, didn't I? Remember while you were.
You do mention it every 12
What were
seconds.
you doing when I was painting that box set? I don't remember.
Just being me.
You speed painted those as well. Those were done in no time.
I did them in 3 sittings.
You already had 12 done, didn't you?
No. Yeah, but so now I've got 48. Because the 12 I already had done, I've done in purple cloth.
Okay.
Whereas the Moranans for the box set, we wanted them as the box art.
So like red.
Red, just red, yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Do you want me to carry on?
Yeah, do it, man.
Steve Tennyson, get some Middle-earth SPG on Blackjack Legacy. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Me and Steve might have to take a trip
Do it.
to the northeast and take over.
I tell you what, so if
Do
somebody gives me a demo at the Weekender, and it can be anybody here watching as well.
Yep.
Somebody give me a demo at the Weekender. If
You've got to learn how to play properly. Don't get Jay to do it.
If I fall for it.
There we go. It's coming. I had it confirmed, just saying.
Glenn says, speaking of
Oh, it's gonna
SPG,
get
Witch
tagged,
King
isn't it?
on Fell Beast is finished, needs varnishing, and I'll upload photos at the weekend. Make sure you do.
Yeah.
How are you getting on with Glimwatch? Because it died, didn't it? What happened with Glimwatch?
I think he's been busy, hasn't
It's not acceptable.
he? Yeah, he's been busy.
We are the most important thing in your life, Glyn.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah, man.
Steve Ola says, still wait for my Muck You Cup.
He's gonna. I'm glad I'm not reading the comments because I can't say that word. I say a different one that YouTube shouted. We got shouted at for that by YouTube. I think it then popped up in the comments. It triggered something. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say that. Man.
Steve Tennyson, hashtag Middle Earth Takeover.
Boom.
Yeah. What we should do, I've got a good idea, and we'll do it.
It's due.
So, once you're semi-fluent with the rules,
Yeah.
we'll do some sort of narrative scenario, which is a two-parter. Do one part on blackjack, and the second part,
sounds
or
cool.
vice versa.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And do it that way.
Sounds good.
That would be good.
I'm down for that.
Daniel Meadows, RFE, Andy the Mantic Matthew will be hunting you.
No. You in trouble.
And Dan Gross says, just clean up my Faramir, Damrod, Madrill, Kyrian and Rangers kit that have just arrived. Birthday treat. Happy birthday, Dan. And
birthday.
our lovely, lovely models.
I really
should
wish-
I give a hint at the next
Paint.
What?
I'm just going to do it. so that a lot of people really enjoyed the Minas Tirith Warrior painting tutorial that we had.
It was wicked.
Yeah, Tom thought.
Really
Tom,
good.
Mithril.
It's awesome.
Mithril. What's the
Planet
name?
Mithril.
Planet Mithril. Very kindly,
guy.
he's doing some painting videos for the channel,
Yeah.
which went down really well.
Yeah.
It did. It was awesome, and it was. I mean, I picked up tips from it.
Yeah.
And all that, and I was like, that's how he does it.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah.
But he is doing a second, and because we're on the theme of Minas Tirith, he's going to do a Minas Tirith hero, and we're going to try and do that going forward. So we're going to go to a different faction next time, do a warrior hero, then another faction warrior hero,
Nice.
and I will give you a tip, or not a tip,
A hint.
clue, a hint, that in Dan's post of them heroes that he has posted, one of them is the next painting tutorial by Tom Thorpe.
Very cool.
Awesome.
I don't know which one it is.
You're looking for
I
what
think
Yeah.
Tom's painted all those up. I'm sure I've seen him post all those up on Facebook.
The guy's a
So
machine, and it
he's
just looks really
just-
good as well.
Yeah, amazing.
He's a very good painter, and he's got a very unique style,
Yeah.
which is nice. Do you want to go from there, Jay? Steve?
Yeah, okay. Well, so Steve Honor says, "Damn it, Steve! Jay was supposed to read that. Ha ha! In your face. I'm not reading any more of your comments." Jay was supposed to read that. Do the fellowship scenarios for crossover. They are the most iconic. Something like that could be very cool. It's a good idea, my friend. Tom Jennings says, "I'm not planning on playing the Middle Earth event at the Weekender, but I'm bringing a couple of armies, so I'll be around to teach anyone who wants to learn." So Tom was telling me today, even though he plays a lot of the games at the Weekender, him and Sam Jeffrey from Nottingham are coming down, and they're just board gaming for the weekend.
Oh, cool.
So they're just going to be hanging out, playing some board games and chatting to everyone. So more things you can get
And two
involved
very
in.
knowledgeable guys when it comes to gaming as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Sam Jeffrey, co-founder of the GBHL,
Yeah.
which brought 7,000 Middle Earthers and got the game re-supported in my eyes. But
Maker of models.
and now the GW people might be coming for us. So where we are, so Gareth Baller says, great tutorial from Tom to get some tips from him. It really was. It was good stuff, and we are so happy he's doing it. Josh Chi says, fireman.
We're not going to tell you, Josh.
Could be.
Otherwise, that's
Could
not
be.
a clue, is it? That's an answer.
What I will say is,
Could be
Josh,
damn wrong.
you're either right or you're wrong. It's one of those two. Graham Dixon says, I've not been able to watch much so far tonight. I'll do my best to get to the weekend at Jay. Yes!
Nice.
I've never met Graham in
Never
person,
have. Been nice to
and
meet
we
him.
spoke
Been
for
nice to meet
years,
him.
right through Red Beam and
Yeah.
stuff, and I'd really love to meet you, man. And he says, wheeling one of Element's lasers, and I'll do some for live demo. So Graham actually now does some freelance work for some of the Element laser designs that we do. So we could have him shooting lasers at people. Well, that's not going to happen. That would be a considerable amount of paperwork for my day job. And
A
then,
couple of disclaimers on the way in.
yeah, I know, right? Sign this. Glenn Seymour says 12 riders and the 20 Ghost are on the way too. Just been promoted recently at work. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Well
mate.
done, well done.
And my days are full from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Cool. So I'm
Wow.
still seeing
That's
11
a grim
hours of
shift,
hobby.
that.
I'll let you sleep for an hour. There's 10 hours next then.
Yeah.
Only need one day of your time. You get
If you've got a promotion and you've got your own office, sneak models into your office, mate.
Yeah.
Lock the door.
Yeah.
Happy days.
I promise I've never done that at a previous job. Never.
All this job.
Yeah, you just said our previous job.
Anyone else, someone else comment. I need an out here. Come on. We're up to date. Why?
Incriminating evidence.
So anyway, guys, that is the Top Table Legacy Weekender, and we cannot wait to bring it to you. And we really want to reach out to you guys, because the more of you guys who have a bit of faith in us and come and get part in this first that we know of an event of this type. Actually, I'm going to touch on something in a minute. Reminded, Steve's going to moan at me for waffling again. Like, we promise we're going to give you a weekend that you won't forget, and it's going to be one you won't miss in the future. It's going to be great fun, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's going to be really good fun.
Don't let the fact that it is a multi-system event and we're focusing more on the coming out and hanging outside be the thing that puts you off. Make that be the thing that makes you come, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, because we are aiming at just keeping everyone laughing, smiling, and building a bit of a community, really, because that's what we're doing now. That's what we do on YouTube, all of us, and we can do it face to face.
And it'd be great if people that haven't been to events before come to this one.
Yeah.
There are a few.
Which,
that's really
because I think
exciting.
this would be like a real good introduction to. I only started proper like wargaming maybe 2 and a bit years ago, and going to my first tournament was like, and it was always something I said, like, I'm not going to go and do tournaments and things. And then actually when I went, I was like, oh my god, this is
amazing,
brilliant,
right?
and like, and for me it was like the social side of things. You've been like mixing with people online and talking to people online, and then when you actually got to meet them, there's like loads of friend requests on Facebook the following day, and like when you get home and stuff like that, and it's just. Like you said, building that community and that.
You don't have to accept the friend request.
You don't have to, yeah. Worst thing you ever did, really.
But I will be offended.
No, it's very exciting, and bringing people together is why we make content and why we do the YouTube stuff we love. We want to do that on a whole new level, which is getting us face to face and hanging out. It's going to be good fun. And Glenn Seymour has just popped in a comment that I do want to talk about because it involves someone else in the chat. So he says, by the way, for the merch stores, I was thinking Top Table Gaming or Blackjack widgets. What about if they're available at the weekend? Graham, we need to chat tomorrow. That's a really good idea that I didn't think of. What about if you can grab some cool widgets and stuff at the weekend? That'd be good, right? For both the channels.
That'd be awesome.
Boom.
Yeah.
So we will make that happen. Cheers, Graham. So if you come, you could get some cool new swag that may not be available ever or yet.
Yeah.
Elsewhere.
We should get some stuff that we can only be gotten at this event, and we'll not do it again. That particular design or whatever it is, and then only people that came the first year never got to get it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They'll be on eBay, mate.
I know.
They'll be on eBay.
I know.
Pound of dice on eBay for 20 quid a dice. I've got a bag of them. PM me.
But no, we will definitely be having exclusive swag and also channel swag available for both the channels. Be silly not to, right? Be super silly.
I mean, we're super excited about the event. We think it's going to be something going forward that's going to be awesome, and just to take something away from the first one, that you can never get again would be pretty amazing, really.
Good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And do you know what? I love doing swag for people, but I also love getting a bit for myself. So I want it more than anyone else. I love my widgets and stuff. But Stephen Tennyson
I'm going to
says,
cut that out. I love getting swag for myself.
It's about to get worse when I read this comment. So Stephen Tennyson says, hashtag the thing that makes you come. That's you, buddy. I got weird. Wow, I said that out loud.
That got really
real
weird.
weird.
Did it sound better in your head?
Oh, yeah. Gareth Paula says, the not serious side of this event is the reason I'm coming, having never been to an event and never played. He's also bringing his partner.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to hang out, we're going to have some fun, my friend. I cannot wait.
And there will be other females there, by the way. She won't be alone.
Yeah, there's a couple that come into my live streams.
Yeah.
They're both coming as well, so you won't be the single
No.
token female.
So there won't be one female in a gaming room with loads of little lads just coming.
Are you lost?
Is that female over there?
Angel de Silva's come in doing some painting.
And I said,
Yes, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what about that?
So we got. She was at that painting class at the weekend as well. I saw her on
Ah,
social media. She was there. She's a good
What
painter.
painting class was this?
I can't remember the name of the dude. He's quite prolific, but I'm not
Yeah.
up on my painting. He's not.
Is it that Journeyman one? Is
Yes,
that
that's
was
who it was,
Yeah,
Journeyman. Yeah,
I
that's
was
exactly
going to go to
what
one
it
of them, yeah.
There's the one up in Hull, I think, I think Kev was doing that, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was one in Hull, yeah.
You've done a painting class before, haven't you? Didn't you and Matt
I-
go to one of Tommy's? Tommy Sewell.
No, me and Matt went to a fella in Liverpool and painted that Chaos dude that you
That was
said.
so
that
good.
you said you never painted that.
Like
I
it did look like worlds better than anything else in his hobby cabinet. Like it was real good.
Yeah,
It was
just
really
like three together.
It didn't take you 2 solid days of painting to get to that.
No, do you know what? We did it in about 4 hours. Yeah, it was good. It was
What
good.
did you do the second day?
I've done a couple of classes with Tommy as well.
He's good.
Tommy, I need to meet Tommy down here because I've got a camera there for him.
He was in last week.
Yeah, I know.
He was Tommy Sewell of
Golden Painting Studio.
Golden Painting Studios. Very reputable. He was in last week. We had a big, all the week before. My week to get merged.
Skills.
Say again.
6
Oh, he's
skills.
insane. And
Check
he
out
had-
check out on Facebook. Gollum. He's either Gollum Painting Studio or just Gollum Studio. I can't remember now.
You're on a video speed painting
Yeah.
a space marine with
yeah,
him.
but his painting is just. He's one of them guys where you look at it and think, how?
Well, he was in
did that
a couple of
happen?
weeks ago, and he was the guest judge of the. There was a big 40k event here, but it had huge soft scores for painting. It was really focused on
Yeah.
the hobby side. It was cool to see, and he had some of his stuff laid out. And I've not met Tommy in the flesh before. We had a chat, we had a catch up. The guy's wicked, and then I had a look at some of his stuff, and it was just like, what the front door?
Yeah.
Like it's just insane, isn't
And he's
it?
more mank than me.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
if you go to a thesaurus, and look under Manchester, it's a picture of Tommy. Like, he's as mank as he come, and he's just a lovely man. isn't he?
I saw something that he did quite a while ago. Was he took everything that you got from the
Yes.
Conquest starter
Yeah,
set, you know, like the first couple of issues, and he painted like the armor on a Space Marine and one of the Death Guard
Yeah.
guys, and it looked amazing. And
With
that
like
was
3 paints.
that was a 3 paints and the brush that came with the, and it looked.
That's nothing. Luke did a Space Marine for Sharpie. Have that.
Yeah. Should get him to like clear the paint off.
That's only going to go one way, innit?
Well, yeah.
Well, no. We've tangented. I don't even know what we were talking about.
talking about,
Painting classes.
Painting
Yeah.
classes,
But anyway,
Oh
let's
no,
not-
girls coming to the event.
Oh man, this is going to derail pretty quick. So
Hashtag girls coming to the event.
So Reese Taylor says hashtag Elven Lunchbox t-shirts. You've got one.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Do you know the guy who like orders a channel t-shirt and doesn't ask his co-host? Like I got Ben one, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
did.
Hasn't arrived yet.
Me, man. Get patient. Glenn Seymour says, I'm just here to meet the celebs. Well, whenever they arrive, mate, you have fun, right? You treat yourself.
I'll make sure Luke comes and sees you.
Yeah, we'll send him over. And Steve Tennyson then says, the casual nature of the event sounds great. The one thing I didn't like about Ardacon was not getting time to do the demo games, etc., and the tournaments just take
Yeah,
over.
it's always
Yeah.
it is always a challenge.
Sometimes, yeah, events tend to do that. I mean, I find that it depends. I think you can work around that. Depends what you want from an event. So if you bring a really competitive army,
Expect to play to
expect
time,
to
right?
play to time because you're going to be at the top tables and everyone's going to have the same mindset. I always find being around sort of mid-table obscurity, having a full army, you have a lot more fun. Your games last maybe an hour and a half, so you have half an hour between games. But
Because of the size of Ardacon as well, it inevitably means there is like a 15-hour like tournament day, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's unavoidable due to the size, but definitely.
And it's a tight schedule, Ardacon as well. They squeeze a lot in, but they have to. You've got people coming from all over the world. You can't
You can't.
make it too casual. People have paid a lot of money to play, so they want to play.
I mean, it does say on the cubicle wall and elements, the guy who helps organise it.
That's what
makes
it's
it
going to say
bad.
at the toilet at Ardacon.
You actually help with that, don't you? Mate?
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
Are you involved this year as well?
I have a bit, to some
Good.
extent.
Put
You've
yourself
got-
out a bit, Ben, haven't you?
Oh.
You floozy.
Oh, wow.
Said you
What can I
loved it.
say? I just love everyone.
No, Arden Con is wicked, but you're right, and the casual nature and the ability to just engage with everyone, not just the 6 people you see across the table,
Yeah.
is one of the many reasons we are doing exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
So what else do we need to talk about? I think we've covered most of it, haven't we? I think what could be good for anyone who's just tuned in is maybe Ben give everyone a recap of the competition
Cool.
and what they could win.
So competition is, if you've already bought a ticket, you are already entered, which is great. Everybody who buys a ticket, you are entered into a prize draw for a £25 voucher. There is another £25 voucher up for grabs for anybody that buys a ticket between now and the next live stream, which is 2 weeks away.
Boom.
So if you buy a ticket between now and then, you've got a second chance of getting yourself an Element game voucher.
Your ticket could be free or it could cover the swag on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm alright because I work here and I just do it for 8 hours a day, but Element Games is an amazing store and it's very hard to come here and not leave for a load of toys.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
There's so much, there's so much.
Before I came
Breaks
here,
my
I
heart. So
never,
much stuff.
I never even realised there were so many games to play until I walked into Element Games, and there's just everything. There's so
Yeah.
many toys. It's brilliant.
That's worth saying for you guys who don't know the venue as well. Element Games is one of the biggest UK retailers
Yeah.
for tabletop hobby paints and everything in between, and the selection is insane. If there's a miniatures war game, we've got it on the shelves. We have a huge board game section. We have a whole room dedicated to paints, hobby, airbrushes, all that jazz. We've got custom laser cut stuff, which the beautiful Graham helps with, which we make on site. It's just insane the amount of stuff
Yeah.
we've got.
And it's 99% of the time it's in stock as well.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like it's not like you can order it kind of thing. It's there available to pick up on the day. So imagine coming for the weekend, trying something on the Saturday, and then just picking it up and taking it home with you, or picking something up on the Saturday and sitting playing it on the Saturday night.
Or sitting and painting it with Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
also, we've got the Northwest Gaming Centre as a fully licensed, fully stocked bar. And just saying, like, somebody might be the events manager here. If there's drinks you want on the bar, let us know. And I may have had a friend work on some cocktails based on me, Steve, and Andy.
Ooh.
So you could have. I'm not going to say no. Next topic. That only end badly.
There's not enough baby sham in the world to make you.
There was very nearly a comment about me in the mouth, but we're not going to talk about that. But like literally, if we're going to be fully stocked for the, just someone talk about something.
I tell you what, we
I'm thinking at home,
we
man.
haven't mentioned the swag bag.
We haven't mentioned the swag bag. There's that much stuff going
Yes.
on. It's so easy to miss it. So you are all going to get an absolutely badass swag bag just for attending.
Yeah.
And the way we've worked on it, it's going to cover the price of your ticket.
Yeah.
Like
So
there's
what-
going to be
so what you
value
get
in
your
there.
swag bag
Yeah.
will have been worth.
Should
What
we
you
tell
paid
them a couple
for
of things that's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be
You
an
probably know
element.
more than me actually.
This is my bag.
Yeah, tell everyone.
There's going to be an element voucher in it. Some people are going to get an amazing one. Everyone's going to get one. There's going to be some dice. There's going to be some custom dice.
Are they top table
They're
dice?
already sorted. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was like that.
Are they specific for the weekender?
I'm not telling you, Ben. Shut up, man. Killing it. And there's going to be everybody attending gets a free model. So we have had a model sculpted, and we'll post it in all the groups afterwards if you've missed it, and the Legacy Weekender group. It's basically a model of Rush Charles at Greg Friend. He comes in the stream sometimes. He, for a lot of my events, does it, and this has become a bit of a running joke because one year I was kind of like, it'd be dead cool if I was a miniature, and you'll see why I got a bit pissed off with him. No, it's hilarious. It's good fun, and he's done us a model which is effectively it's built to hold a D12
Yeah.
as a VP tracker for your games.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool. It sits really well on a 40 or a 50 mil base. He's a big boy and he's kind of holding it. And it's really just a cool little piece on the table to track your VPs or any of your resourcing in. Everyone's getting one of those absolutely free in their swag bags.
That's cool.
And that we've just mentioned bits like the dice, the voucher, the model. Like we're not
Generation
done
shift
yet.
basis.
Generation Shift, who does some really beautiful custom resin bases, Middle Earth themed.
Yeah.
So he's got Lake Town ones and stuff.
But can be used for anything.
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
He's going to be putting bases in them as well.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not even done yet. So you're going to leave with swag just for rocking up.
Yeah.
Just for rocking
That's
up. It's
super
very
cool.
similar to something I do for Vengeance. And I get a lot of people who actually now buy a ticket for Vengeance and then tell me they're not coming, and I can sell the ticket again because they want a swag bag. Like that actually happens now, Avengers. But we're going to be giving you all that stuff, and there's going to be lots more stuff in there.
Yeah.
You've got the raffle. So we've waffled on for ages and just give you the 50 million reasons why you should come to the Weekender. But there's one very important thing we need from everyone who's coming or thinking about. We need you to go and tell the world.
Yeah.
Like, this is a new type of event. It's really hard to market. It's really hard to sell what it's about, which is why we've just took 90 minutes talking about the different avenues. What would really help this event, if you can go and, you guys who've got a ticket and you guys who know we're going to put on a wicked event, go and share it in some groups that you're in. Go and tell your local gaming communities, because how good would it be if we can pack this place out?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's hard for us to put it in one sort of
In
sharp
words.
post.
It's really difficult.
It's hard
isn't
to
it?
put it in a post, everything that's going to be happening.
Yeah.
But you guys getting out there and screaming it from the rooftops, telling your friends, telling your gaming buddies at any gaming clubs you go to, or gaming buddies that you might not have even met and you only chat to on Facebook, arrange to come to this weekend and meet them for the first time and play some games.
I can't remember if we mentioned it as well. I might mention it right at the start, but we have got the whole place to ourselves for the weekend as well.
Yes, baby.
So the only people that will be at the weekend are people that have bought a ticket and have come and are looking to play for exactly the same reasons.
Yeah, you'll all be here for the same thing. Yeah.
You're all part of our communities, which means we know you're all going to gel and have a great time.
Yeah.
But I reckon we should run through the comments and then it might be time to wrap up. So do you want to jump in, Andy?
Yeah,
We are here. No, we've done that one,
Done
so
that
we
one.
are Glyn.
Okay, so Glenn says meeting a mesh of both Top Table Gaming and Blackjack Legacy in one community is the highlight of the weekend. Casual competitive crack. The weekend has it all.
Boom.
Awesome.
Go
Thanks,
and tell the world, Glyn.
Steve Bonner says who's entering who.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly
We'll put
on.
the keys in the bars later, it's fine.
Stephen Tennyson says, yeah, I need to work more on bringing fun army lists. Mine start fun, then I want them down to complete filth from the actual tournament.
We all do that, though.
Yeah.
Don't we? I do that.
Because no one wants to get steamrolled.
Well, you at least want to kind of give your opponent a game,
Yeah.
and you also want to try and win more than you lose, so you're not going to go with anything too kind of underpowered. Steve says, just painting his AT Titan. Is that
Adeptus Titanicus,
yeah. Not
I thought you said 80 Titans.
He's
That
painting
was
a-
that would
80
surprise me,
Titans,
that,
yeah.
He's painting a little robot that's supposed to be massive.
He's a fast painter, but painting 80 Titans. Isn't
Yeah, I
it?
know, that's right.
So he's almost done. He's just waiting on magnets.
Mm.
Lee's saying Jay trying to get us drunk.
You know it.
Well, yeah. Steve's got 30 white scars plus dread, speeder, preds, and tank support. No, tank support. Is that and
Think
think
support.
support after that?
A lot of stuff, but there's about a day's work for Steve. It's fine.
Yeah.
Lee is saying sweet naked J model. Naked J holding a D12, Steve. Yeah.
It's not far. One of them.
Did you have to go and pose for it?
Well, he
No.
will.
You know quite well.
He'll have a hand spare anyway.
Well, I'll never forget. 9 fingers. Last year, when Russ first did it, the first version he sent to me was a lot of the detail was just in the face, and there was no clothes on it, and I was like, no, sort it out. The first version was naked, but we won't go into that. Yeah, I know.
And Steve's saying he's painted this year 125 models in January, 24 in February, slacking. In March he's aiming for 100 plus infantry.
Machine.
And then he goes on to say hashtag blue boxes, hashtag Helvin lunchbox, hashtag Jaeger bombs, and hashtag Steve and J.
Look at him pretending like you don't exist.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a little shrine at the back
It's
of the
alright,
wardrobe
it's alright. You go on your
there,
Facebook page and say hashtag
And you, like, he's not accepting these new people, is
It's
he?
fine. It's fine.
Send him a mug and you've been.
Glyn saying,
Yeah.
bye guys, been a great evening, looking forward to it. Nice, I can't wait to meet you, Glyn. Be really, really cool, mate.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
It's going to be an excellent weekend. Is there anything anyone else wants to throw in before we wrap this up?
I think he's on holiday at the moment, but Mr. Sam Page.
Yep.
He's for anyone who is looking forward to the kill team side of it. Sam is kind of semi-taking over the sort of
Arrangement.
the hype, and he'll be running the event over the weekend. So keep an eye out on posts from Sam Page about the kill team event over the weekend.
And I think we touched on it before, but like there will be sort of board games and stuff as well. So if people want to sort of do a demo and then just chill with a board game later on, there's a board game library here at Element as well. I'm sure I'll have plenty of stuff.
Bring your favourite board game you might want to like hang out and play with people. I'd love to try some board games and stuff.
I've been quite lucky. I've been sent a few recently as well, which are not available yet. So I'll bring some of those with me. People can have a try of them. They're not on.
Exciting.
Yeah. So if you're into AOS, I've got the AOS. I forget what it's called now. But
Your chosen?
no, it's or I can't remember. If you check out my channel, there's a review.
Shameless plug!
Yeah,
So
so
you head on over to Blackjack Wilson.
and it's not in the shops until the end of April, so you get a chance to have a play
Oh,
of that
exciting.
as well. So yeah, you can
That's cool.
give that a whirl.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I think we'll wrap it there, guys. So, as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the Top Table Legacy Weekend. If you're already coming, help us sing it from the rooftops, and let's make this a bit of a weekend to remember,
Yeah,
right?
let's do it. Thanks for putting up with these guys for the first 20 minutes. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
I know it's hard.
Thanks for Steve for coming fixing it. Like,
Thanks for turning up.
when he messaged me, I was like, oh no, Steve's not here, I'm going to crumble. But as always, thank you for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. We love chatting to you guys, and we're going to see you in 2 weeks.
See you later.
See you later.
Thanks very much.
I'm normally quick at it.